Lovely. Okay, welcome everybody. This is hosted by Agent J. Agent J is myself here, and we have Alex and Balázs. And so a bit about me. So you guys have probably all seen me on LinkedIn, but one of my biggest success stories is that I went from like just under 1,000 to 50,000 in 8 months. And I did this through lead magnets. And basically the system that I created, I converted this into a skill or into skills, Claude skills. And that's what we're going to be installing today, basically. Okay, so what you're getting today is you're going to understand Claude Cowork, set up your first still, and we're going to actually generate content today. Now, I'm going to ask you guys to be fast because, we got a bunch of us on the call here and we can't, wait for everybody, right? So we're going to do our best here, of course, but we ask that, you keep up, okay? So I got myself, John, and I'll pass over to Alex here. He'll say hello.
Hey everybody, I'm Alex. I'm the lead technical instructor at Agent J Plus, and I spent a lot of time the last 4 years building with AI tools, and now building products and agents for businesses as well.
He builds Hermes bots and OpenClaw bots, just like I do, but he does a lot more than I do. So, and then we got Balázs here.
Hey guys, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm Balázs. I spent the last 9 months digging into AI. So I'm a non-tech guy. I'm a former carpenter, right? I did the last 16 years digital analytics, and I met John on LinkedIn, joined Agent J, and now I'm part of the Agent J Plus and Agent J community as an instructor. I do Mondays sessions for automations, Claude Cowork and Claude Code sessions. So everything what I can do, you can also do. So join
Yeah, so
us,
Balázs
listen.
is a great success story here because Balázs, he first joined Agent J last November or something like that. And last November we didn't have all of the programming here that you see. I just had a weekly connect call. We had a lot less. We didn't have 1,700 members. We had maybe like a few hundred members. And so every week I just had live Q&As, and he joined all the Q&As, and now he's building automations for himself, his business. He went from zero to automation expert just in those 3 or 4 months. And so good, we had to bring him on the team. So that's us, that's the team. And this is the Agent J community, which is what you're probably all a part of. We also have the Agent J Plus community, which has detailed programming and has a lot of success stories here. Basically, we give you the exact tools that you need in the curriculum that you need, and we guarantee that we'll build you in automation, or at least give you the roadmap and just guide you with building your AI automation within the first 90 days or a money back guarantee. So, but I mean, some of you, you don't need that. Some of you do need that. So that's why we offer both the free community and the paid community, because the paid community will get you there faster. If you don't need to get there faster, then, great. We have a lot of free resources in the free community here. If you go into Classroom here, as you can see, there's a lot of free resources, even Claude, a lot of free Claude resources here. Even the LinkedIn growth operator skill, which I'm going to get to in just a second. So the problem is that most people download Claude, but not everybody knows how to use it effectively, knows how to use the power of Cowork. And that's what we're going to get into today. There's two different versions of Claude. I already went over this. There's Claude AI, the web, and then there's Claude Desktop, which is where the Cowork is. And so, Alex, I think I handed over to you here, correct?
Yeah, here, let
Okay.
me share
Okay,
my screen.
perfect.
I sent a request. Great.
Yeah, go for it. I'll stop sharing.
Great. So before we start, right, there's a difference between using just the Claude AI or Claude Chat, right? Most of the time you're spending your time prompting when you're talking to Claude Chat. All you're doing is writing instructions every single time, and Claude forgets what you're doing pretty much in the next session, or maybe it remembers through the memory system, but it doesn't remember the processes that you use to get a good output, like a LinkedIn post, or doesn't really know that much about how you get a high quality LinkedIn post. Whereas there's something called skills in let me mute. Let me mute.
John, can you mute, please?
Yeah, John, you're the
You
admin.
need to. LB. Thanks.
Great. So with Claude skills is essentially, so a prompt is like a sticky note that you leave for Claude, and then it's a throwaway. And then a skill is kind of like onboarding a teammate, and you spend 5 minutes setting it up, which we're going to do today. And from that point on, Claude will know exactly how you work. What is Claude Cowork? Claude Cowork lets Claude actually read the actual files and folders on your computer. You can work inside of your apps, and also you can save finished output directly to your computer as files. So the difference is you don't have to copy and paste anymore like you did with the regular Claude chat. Claude just does the work for you
Good
directly
morning.
on your computer. So think about the last time you spent, an hour writing a LinkedIn post. What if Claude could actually read your last 10 posts and understand your voice and also write the next one and have it ready to publish without you touching, the keyboard for an hour? So what we're going to do today is we're going to be combining, we're going to be setting up a Claude skill, the LinkedIn growth operator skill, and Cowork together. And what this will enable you is to actually create an AI teammate that knows your voice, knows your audience, knows what banned words, to prevent just like generic output, and also will produce finished work and post for you, and will get better every single session. So this is what we're setting up today. It's not a chatbot. It's an AI teammate that knows how you write and does the work for you. So we'll build it together. So you should have installed Claude Desktop at this point. You should have Claude Pro, right? The 20-month plan. And what you're going to do first is open up Claude Desktop. So not the website, it's the desktop app. You should have it installed.
Hey, it looks like oh, never mind. Sorry, I was thinking the chat was closed. It's not.
Great. So everybody should be on the Claude Desktop app. Does everybody have it open? Thumbs up. This is an interactive session. We'll move on when people are ready. Great. So what you're going to do now is we're going to click the menu on the top left here. We're going to first select. So there's a bar up top left here. Let me know if you guys can see it. There's chat, there's Cowork, there's code. We're going to select the middle one, Cowork. This is where we're going to be. Cowork, it should kind of look like this screen over here. Did everybody find Cowork in the Claude Desktop app? Make sure it's not the website. We're not on the website. We're on the Cowork section of Claude Desktop. All right. So what you should do now is you have to click Customize. And this is in the menu here, guys. Customize. It's the 6th option down. It's the last option down over here, Customize. And in the Customize section, did everybody find Customize? Thumbs up, guys. Great. In the Customize section, there's a place called Skills. Let's click that. This is how you add skills to Claude. These are instructions that give Claude the ability to follow, a template, a structure. It gives Claude essentially the same capabilities as whatever you've trained Claude to do. And we've packaged together, the LinkedIn growth operator skill. And let's make sure that we've posted the link in the chat.
Already done.
Great.
It's in the chat.
So in the chat, see here, get the skill. So I want you to click on the link in the chat so that we have access to the LinkedIn growth operator skill. So I've opened it. Does everybody see this screen?
Sorry, how do you get the skill?
It's in the chat. Do you see
It's
the
in the
chat,
free
meeting chat?
in the free community. I will approve you all.
You'll have to
In
click
the
on the
chat.
You have to install it, right?
So in the chat, there is a link to join the Agent J free community. This is how you access the skill. The link, you may need to get approved to join the community, and we will approve you. And then you just have to click on the link. It's in the classroom under Claude Unlocked, LinkedIn Growth Operator skill.
Rob, we like your face though.
All right. So you should be on this link here. And what you should do is just,
I'm getting it says the git command requires the command line developer tools. Would you like to install? And if I click install, it does nothing. It's like stuck. Oh, I think I figured it out. Sorry. Thank you.
right. All right. So what we want to do is we want to just copy the skill, highlight it, copy it, edit, copy. And then there's a couple ways of creating the skill. What we're going to do is we're just going to write the skill instructions here. And I'm going to paste the skill down here in the instructions section. For the description, I'm just going to copy the beginning section of the skill. And then we're going to name the skill LinkedIn Growth Operator. Did everybody finish this step here? Not yet.
Thumbs up, people.
Thumbs up when you're done.
This is just a copy and paste.
Copy and paste.
Thumbs down. That's not good. What's going on?
Hey, I'm still trying to find the skill. When I go to that link, I get a big YouTube video and a welcome. I've logged into that community, but I'm not finding the skill. I'm sorry.
Right. So
I
click the link
will
again. You should
click
be
the link
approved
again.
now. Just click it again. It'll bring you directly to that page where you
Okay.
see on Alex's screen.
It had me download some software. Like, is it not supposed to do that?
Are you talking about Claude?
No, I already have Claude, but if I click on the skill and I click on the, I'm already part of the community. It's having me install some software.
Well, you see on Alex's screen, there's no software to install other than Claude Cowork. So
Telling you that's what it's doing.
not sure which web browser you're using or what ad you just clicked on.
Yeah.
No, I didn't click on it yet.
Okay.
This link opens directly to our skill here.
Once we've copied it from the site, can you show us where we go in Claude
Yes.
to paste?
Yep. If you're in the skills section, so I'll run through the instructions again here. So make sure you're on Cowork in the middle tab, click Customize. Did you get there? Customize?
Yep. I'm in
Skills.
Uh-huh.
There's a plus button
Yep.
right up here. Plus create skill,
Mm-hmm.
write skill instructions,
Okay.
and then paste.
Paste. And we don't need to put skill name or description in?
We do need to put a skill name or description. So I just copied this beginning section here and just put it in the description. And then we can name it LinkedIn Growth Operator. It will be formatted like this.
Okay.
Great. So that's how you create a skill. The next thing to do is to actually launch the skill. So can we, is everybody on the same page here now? They created their skill? Not yet, Robert?
You just X out of that once you've pasted it?
Correct. Yeah. Once you've created the skill, right, it should appear in your skills section, right? Personal skills. You should show this.
You won't X out of it. You need to create.
You have to create.
Create at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. You have to.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
create button at the bottom here.
And you have to fill out description to get to it. It won't just
Got it.
Hey, Robert, as we said, it's defaulting to the about page because you need to join the community. It takes like 2 clicks to do it. It's free. After you log in, you join, click the link again, it'll bring you directly to the page.
All right. Robert, did you figure it out?
No, it's showing me as logged in, and it's still showing me the about page.
so just go back to
Robert.
this
I
Zoom.
send it to you, Robert. I
Yeah.
send it to
Awesome.
you, Robert, as an MD file in the chat.
Awesome, thank you.
In the chat, Robert.
Got it now.
All right. So the way
Thank
you launch the skill is you can ask Claude about it. And the slash command is how you launch a skill. And you should have named it LinkedIn growth operator. And all you have to do now is press enter. So did everybody type in, it should be whatever name the skill is, type it in the chat. You should select a folder that has most of your context available, right? If you have a folder that you normally work in, then use that folder. So I have an Agent J plus folder. So whatever work that you do, on your computer that has a lot of files, context about you, that's usually the best. Or you can set up a new folder or a new project as well. But I'm going to use an existing folder here. And you just press enter to launch the skill using the slash command LinkedIn growth operator. Great. As you guys can see here, it launched the LinkedIn growth operator skill, and you have access to 10 different workflows, right, for LinkedIn. And one of the things we can do now is I already have some LinkedIn posts already posted. And so we're going to train our voice DNA. So train our /voice DNA. And what we're going to do now is we're going to copy and paste over some posts from our LinkedIn.
Hey, Alex, quick question as you're doing that. I noticed you're in Opus 4.7 and not Sonnet 4.6. Do you default always go to Opus?
I have the max plan, so I'm on Opus. It will work better, or it will work pretty much like the same, or a little bit less better than Opus, but Sonnet these days is a little bit better, I would say.
Sonnet's better.
Yeah, Opus kind of overthinks a lot, and it's slower. And you can see here, it just like takes a while for it to start. All right, so I already have a file in here. So if you have a fresh folder, what you should do is I'm going to find my posts on LinkedIn. I'll show you here. So I have a few posts here. So I like this post. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to share 3 LinkedIn posts to print. Post 1. Post 2. So I'm going to find a couple of posts here.
Alex, I have a question.
Yes.
So the question is, can you just provide the link to the post rather than copying and pasting the post?
The issue with Cowork is that it may not be able to access LinkedIn using like on its own. It might have to do browser use and stuff like that in order to do it. And if you don't have that set up, it's you have to get it set up essentially. Well, maybe not this post. So I'm going to find like some posts that are, high performing that people liked. You may have more posts on LinkedIn. So essentially we're training our voice DNA using existing posts.
I have a question. I am posting both in German and in English. Should I now, for the training, stick to one language and then train with 3 German posts for a second time? Or how would you recommend it?
Yeah, you can actually have 2 separate voice DNAs, right? You can train one in German, one in English, right? And so if you're going to train it in English, use English examples. If you're going to train it in German, use German examples. Don't mix 2. Otherwise, the AI will get confused and it'll start mixing in German into your English post, vice versa.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, and if you haven't posted on LinkedIn at all, use content you wrote from like your emails or your blog posts, but essentially you need like at least 3 examples here that you consider good writing or good, that represents your personality or voice that you're trying to train. And so all I did was copy and paste these posts into the chat. And it's going to now build our voice DNA for us. The posts are primarily visual. If there's text in the posts that are visual, you can throw in, the screenshots, the images, and Claude will be able to read the screenshots. But the visual language, you have to do a special prompt to like define the visual language. This is mainly for LinkedIn, like text in particular. Just recreate. Yeah, use any of your written content, essentially. Okay, so you can see on the side here, it's actually going to create files for us here directly in the folder we're working in. So I have the Agent J Plus folder here, and I have folders here.
Where do we add the folder if we didn't in the beginning?
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to the new task here. There's a section here to select a folder. Do you see this?
I didn't see that.
Are you on Cowork or are you on chat?
Yeah. Oh, shoot, I'm on chat. That's why.
Great.
Okay,
Cowork.
got it.
Select a folder or create a new project. Yeah, I would probably use Sonnet for this because it's going to be a little bit quicker.
So then I have to start over again with that.
Yeah, you need to be in Cowork.
Okay.
But if you already added the skill, it should be here, and you can still call the same skill.
I can just go back and copy and paste from that chat when I the post.
Did you paste it directly into the chat, the skill?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll need to actually install the skill like I showed here.
Okay.
All right, so you'll notice that it's actually created a markdown file for us on the side here. This is now your LinkedIn voice DNA based on the set of posts that you have. So it analyzes the source posts, it grabs the tone, it grabs the rhythm, talks about hooks here, signature phrases. It also comes up with a list of banned words. This is something that you can add to as you start to notice more and more about the posts it's generating, essentially. And there's like some standard ones here that I added. And this is an ever-evolving document, right? As you work with this more and more, you can ask it to update your voice DNA as you start to generate more posts. Got some topics, structural templates here, and a writing checklist. So this is a file that Claude will now refer to whenever you start to generate new posts, but it has to be in a folder that you're actively working in, right? If you go to a different folder, it will not remember to access this folder unless you point directly to it, essentially. So this is why you want to maybe have a folder just for your like LinkedIn posts and stuff, so that you have context. What we're teaching here is how do you build your context files.
If you just have an outputs folder,
yes,
just one folder, is that good enough, or do you create multiple folders for everything?
I mean, you can ask Claude, like pretty much what you should do is you should ask Claude that, right? Okay. Claude can come up with a better structure for you than I can recommend because it's all personalized to you. So you should just ask Claude, hey, I have these outputs, right? Is there a better way to organize it so that, we can make sure that you remember to use these files, essentially, for whatever goal you're trying to accomplish. And Claude can work with those files on your computer. It can organize it directly for you. Cool. So we've saved our LinkedIn voice DNA now. And let's, so saved our voice DNA now too. So now we can come up with the hooks as well too. So maybe you can get a suggestion on, what topics do you think, in the chat, list maybe a topic you would want to see an example of, right? What topic or idea you would want to see shared. And I can run a live example here too. And we can choose the best example. It's like, what do you normally write about on LinkedIn, or what would you like to see? What would you like to write about?
Question to you guys, any topics that are in your head? Share them, please.
Self-directed IRAs.
Maybe something else. Although we do all love self-directed IRAs, but
No, but a lot of people don't know the power of them, especially now with a lot of folks leaving with the transition and what's going on from employment. People can take back control of their IRAs from their old employers or what something they have from Schwab, from Fidelity. They can roll into a self-directed IRA, and now they can invest in anything they want in the entire universe instead of just stocks.
Rob, you're selling to me, man. I think we're gonna have a conversation about this.
Yeah. I just moved my IRA to Schwab, so we're gonna have to chat.
Oh, dude, we could do a whole topic. Yes, we could. Yes. Yep.
Project
Okay.
management and strategy. Okay. Anybody else? Come on. Let's get automating your morning workflow. Okay, that's a good one. Anything else?
I'm gonna refrain because I'll probably get shot down again, you know. Oh.
Oh, man, go for it.
Yeah,
No,
keep on going.
I'm only busting chops. No, it's good.
In all honesty, I hope that's the one that gets chosen, Rob.
All right. Is that it? No other ideas? Balázs, you choose one. Which one?
Let's go with morning workflow.
All right.
Easy.
Yeah. Let's run hook on automating your morning workflow. All right, so you'll notice here I didn't include the slash. You don't need the slash if it already knows that these are available as like hook, post, repurpose. It's just going to pick up on the keyword and it can act for you. You do not need the slash command in order for it to run. That's just how it's listed in the skill. The only time you need the slash skill is when you're launching the actual like LinkedIn operator skill. Cool. So we have the topic, automating your morning workflow. We have 5 hooks, 1 per genre, each following the 3 rules, single claim, no M dashes, no I start. Great. So 3 agents finish my morning before I pour coffee. 5 levels of morning workflow automation. Last year, your morning was a to-do list. This year, it's a queue of agent outputs. Your morning workflow isn't an automation problem, it's a context problem. The morning still starts in your inbox. You don't have a workflow, you have a habit. I don't know. Should we regenerate another one?
I think we're gonna have to do the IRA one.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're gonna do the IRA one. Let's see it for I'm curious what we'll come up with there. Self-directed IRA.
Yeah, Rob, what was the topic?
Self-directed IRAs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you mentioned something that there's a transition happening right now.
Yeah. So what happens is a lot of folks don't know these exist for a variety of different reasons, inherent conflicts of interest. But a lot of folks, when they're the transition being right, you're hearing SaaS apocalypse. Right? A lot of folks, unfortunately, either having buyouts from their companies or they're being laid off, and anytime you leave a previous employer, your old 401k that you have you can do now whatever you want with it. It has limited options, as you guys know, 8 to 15, half and target date funds. Maybe you have a sector specific fund. And as opposed to rolling it over, which you still can do, I know Alex mentioned he rolled it over to Schwab. Schwab, you're still going to have, you can only invest in things that are under the Schwab platform. And a lot of those are, stocks, mutual funds, ETFs. Where in a self-directed IRA, you have the entire universe available to you. So what does that mean? Let's say if you ever want to invest in a venture capital opportunity, a private equity opportunity, a real estate syndication opportunity, precious metals opportunity, you can do that through a self-directed IRA custodian. And more often than not, there's no fees associated with holding it at these accounts. So there's just a lot of powerful features that they entail that a lot of folks don't know about.
Okay, it looks like we got that. It's helpful. So basically, with your old IRA, with your old company, when you move it out, it's still basically locked to the company. You don't have power to basically use it and do free will with it.
Say that one more time, John.
Yeah, I think Opus is going to do a better job at summarizing it than me.
Yeah. So, brain dump an idea, right? It's like whatever you want to describe, like Opus can come up with a post that organizes that idea, right? Using this LinkedIn skill. And let's see what hooks it comes up with based on the framework that we've, trained our voice DNA on, essentially. One way you could improve the outputs too is even doing like a deep research beforehand, and you can pull in the deep research into the chat as well too, and then come up with the hooks. But we're just going to have Opus, right? Based on Opus's massive knowledge base, right? Can it come up with a post based on this particular topic? And, this is not part of my context or training data, right? I don't do this as a, I don't do this yet, right? And then this could give me ideas, right? Okay, self-directed IRA can buy real estate as Schwab IRA can. For investments your 401k won't let you make. Last year you rolled your 401k into Schwab. This year you find out what they wouldn't let you buy. What's missing from the 401k isn't returns, it's options. If you're still rolling 401ks into Schwab. 5 is pretty good.
I think 3 and 5 are quite good.
Yeah, 3 and 5 are pretty good. All right, so develop. Which one, 3 or 5? Let's vote in the chat. Which one do you think is more interesting? The hook.
5.
5. All right. Into your post. Great. So let's see if it can come up with a post about this topic.
As it's thinking, when you were pulling up your connectors too, Alex, you have it connected to like your Gmail. Are there guardrails automatically in place that can prevent it from going AWOL?
Read only right now. It doesn't write. So you can select what you can allow or always allow, right? If you allow it, it may ask you, right, for permission. I would avoid having it write to your email because like you would want to approve any outputs that go out. But for my AI that I have, I can have it draft the email autonomously so that it lives in the draft so that I can go look at it myself and approve it, essentially. All right, creating our post now based on our rules. Okay, the post. If you're still rolling 401ks into Schwab, you're investing on tutorial mode. Tutorial mode means stocks, ETFs, and mutual funds. That's the menu. Whatever your custodian decides to list, that's what you get. The full game, full game means a self-directed IRA, same tax wrapper, different asset universe. Real estate syndicates, private credit, precious metals, private companies, anything the IRS doesn't explicitly prohibit, you can buy. 3 things change when you make the shift. You stop investing in only what's listed. You start investing in what gets built. You stop renting your retirement to fund managers. You start owning deals directly. You stop accepting, no, you can't buy that. You start picking the asset class yourself. This has been legal since 1974. Wall Street just doesn't make money selling it to you, so they don't tell you about it. Not stock picking, not market timing, owning the assets the brokerage can't sell you. The stack, a self-directed IRA custodian for the legal wrapper, real estate syndicates for cash flow exposure, private deals for concentrated upside. What's missing from your 401k isn't returns, it's permission to invest in everything else. Most people roll their own 401k into Schwab and call it diversified. The builders move it into a self-directed IRA and own the deals. Tutorial mode or full game?
That's
Pretty
amazing.
good. The only thing I'd
Pretty
like the
good
full
post.
game one sounds a little like
What would we
off.
change the full game to? Because yeah, I don't quite know what that would
Yeah.
mean in this context. Like what would be the term we would use here? Tutorial mode versus like needs to change. Got any?
Just gotta jump in here. You guys will, I mean, as you do this over time, Claude will get trained on your voice. And it will, right now, it's not trained on anything. So that's why it's just saying random stuff like full game mode. When
Yeah,
it gets
exactly.
trained on your voice, then it wouldn't do that unless you love saying stuff, phrases like full game mode.
Yeah, exactly. And this is how you train the voice is like you just talk to Claude, right? It's like, hey, this needs to change. Got any suggestions? And then it's like you can say ban the word like full game. Like we would never use that essentially. And then can update the voice DNA file.
Yeah. Or you can say this copy that we've made from this post is very good. Now I want you to copy the style to my voice DNA so that moving forward, it will know how to do more posts like this in these words, these styling, etc.
Open world, hard mode, open world.
You can even do like high school versus MBA investing or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like high school versus like PhD.
Right.
Or you spit it out like let's use a different analogies versus tutorial versus full game to cover.
Yeah, exactly. So we can just kind of like explore different versions of the post now as well too.
When you get an MD file, when it outputs that, how do you open it so that you can cut and paste it into your LinkedIn?
Yes. So in Claude, you can see the list of files here. It will actually open it for you within Claude. So I can just copy and paste files directly. So let me show you. Here's the file. Here's the post. All I do is copy it. And then I'm at LinkedIn, home, and post.
Yeah, he's posted.
Yeah. There's let's see. Yeah, it's not formatted the way I want.
To make an image for you. Where does the image?
So I would go in, yeah, I don't think Claude can make images because it doesn't have an image API, but you can use something like Gemini.
I got you.
Create a infographic for this. Like throw in Gemini, and ChatGPT has an image generation tool and stuff like that. You're still doing high school finance. That's a pretty good one. High school finance PhD.
It actually created an image prompt for me. It said, "Do you want an image?" And I said yes, and then it created a prompt, which I guess
for you. And then you can throw into an image generator.
Yeah.
Alex,
that's good.
Alex, there's a hand from Stella.
Oh, Stella, do you have a question?
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt. That's why I raised the hand. I'm probably screwed up the system, but currently, whenever I put ideas, he doesn't recognize the skill. So I started in a non-project in Cowork, and then I created a project and moved my chat to the project. So I'm not sure if I screwed up something there.
Are you in Cowork?
Yes.
And you selected the folder?
Yes.
And did you launch the skill?
I
the
launched
LinkedIn
the skill again in a so I started a new chat. Hey Claude, I just added the skill, and then it says it also tells me that all of those skills are there, but then if I put ideas, then he says not existing.
Okay. Did you add the skill? Did you create a skill like this?
Yes. So I already did the voice DNA thing. That worked. And then
great.
Since then it doesn't work anymore.
Right. So Did it come up
Doesn't
with this when
recognize
you
the slash
launched?
command.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it won't recognize the slash command. Just say use the
Okay.
like it's like append it, right? Use the slash voice skill like that.
Okay.
Or use the hook skill, or use the post skill.
Okay, so that probably was missing. I try this.
Yeah. Cool. So I like this post. Looks good. We have an image here. Wow. I could use it. This is it's cool though. Wow. You know, you would come up with an image that you could post.
Yeah. Al, I got a question for you, Alex.
Yeah.
Are you posting this post?
No,
Because
I'm
if
just
you're
showing you an
not,
example.
do you mind? Because like I was going to be writing
You
something
can create
today.
it. Yeah, you can totally do it yourself too. Like, you want you want the skill, or sorry, you want the post?
That would be awesome.
Here, we'll just, it's a freebie here. We'll here's the image. Did you get the image here?
No, the image I probably wouldn't even use myself personally.
Right, exactly. But you want the post here. It's too long. I'll get you a file. Let me get you the file, actually.
There's one thing I noticed too with the Agent J, the skill that we added today. If you already have a pre-existing skill, then you could do a merge of both of them. Essentially, like that's what I just ended up doing with the skill that we uploaded today. I had something, and there were some features that you've built that are more enhanced that I just added onto it, right? So it seems like for those even listening, that merging skills is not too complicated to do.
You can also call another skill within the same chat.
I tried doing that, and mine just kept saying couldn't read it, so I just said I'm not even gonna.
Combine them at that point. Yeah, Cowork is a little bit glitchy sometimes, so like however you get it working, right?
Yeah,
it'll work.
I was like, yep.
Cool. So I shared the actual like MD file. So if you ever you can
Alex?
Thanks, Alex.
Alex, one thing I need to jump off. Claude Cowork workshop in the Plus community. Thanks for joining, guys.
Thanks for
Hope
joining,
to see you
guys.
soon.
Thank you.
Yes, guys, just want to jump here and say that next steps is to join Agent J free community. You can continue learning this at your own time, or you can join us in the Agent J Plus community where we have the detailed curriculum and we have daily calls like the one that's happening literally right now. And we just continue doing this with you. And, you know, you come to us with your ideas and you're stuck. We help you get unblocked, or you need help getting something built, and we basically spec it out for you. So those are your next steps. We're going to send you in a few hours, or I don't know, later today, you'll get an email with a link to a video recording of this. And we're also going to send you a special thank you. There's like a promotion for joining because you joined and you gave us your time. If you do need the help and you do want to, level up your skills with AI, then, we're going to give you a promo code to basically get into the Agent J Plus community. So thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Rob, thanks for the entertaining IRA advice. Love it, man.
Yeah, this is amazing. We're going to have to chat, Rob.
Yeah, let's do it to it. Thanks,
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.